All right, this is going to be quick because I only got 5 minutes to do this. So in this question, you're asked to do the limit of these two infinite deals, and you want to make sure that you use the correct technique at the time of the course you're in. L'Hopital's rule's probably not what they want you to do right now. If you use that rule, you're not going to get credit. The teacher's going to be like, you just cheated and went somewhere. However, they might want you to do that. I don't know what part of the course you're in. So let me show you both techniques here. So first of all, for an asymptotic situation, there is if you look here, you have different cases where you have polynomials, the ratio of polynomials where the exponents are either the same, the less different. If you remember that from algebra, when you're finding what the asymptote is, vertical, horizontal, oblique asymptotes, you have those cases. So let's look at this in two different ways. I got to go quick because there's only 5 minutes. I already got a minute done, so let me explain quick. So first thing you got to do when you're doing these questions, be very, very careful to make sure you write down the formulas and do everything nice, neat, and legible. Okay, you can't just scribble through and get the answer. Anybody can plug these into a computer and get the answer. It's not about the answer. It's about writing out the formula, identifying the correct process, and applying the process correctly. That's 90% of the credit. The answer is worth nothing. Nobody cares about that. It's about writing it out clearly and doing it properly. So the first thing you do is you plug in infinity and you evaluate and see what the limits are. And you come out, you can look at that, you see you get infinity over infinity. That's in determinate form. Now, if you're doing L'Hopital's rule down the road or with this, keep in mind that you can only use L'Hopital's rule if it is in one of these two indeterminate forms, 0 over 0 or infinity over infinity. You cannot use it if it's in the other forms, but you can manipulate it to get it into that form, then you can use it. So keep that in mind. So for this first one here, what I did is I just I just multiplied by 1, ratio x to the -2 over -2, put it in here, took the limits. You can see clearly which each one goes to. E to the x is much larger than x squared, so that goes to infinity. You plug those in, you find you get -2 times 1 over infinity, because you'll be left with this 1 over infinity in the denominator, and then that's -2 times 0 is 0. So that's you can do that by factoring. If you want to do L'Hopital's rule for that one, let me show you that real quick. So L'Hopital's, where are you at? Okay, asymptotic. Where did I put that one? Oh, maybe I'll come back to that L'Hopital's. You see this one real quick. I'm already at 3 minutes. For the second one, same thing. You got your ratio of polynomials. You factor out, you got x cubed over x cubed. You can't just take a over b like you did in algebra. You actually have to show this, okay? So you do that division, you get it in this form, then you pull out everything. As you can see here, you can pause and take a look. You'll have the link to my website to look at the PDF, and then you can see all the steps. Do not skip the steps. You will not get full credit if you skip the steps, okay? So look at all the steps on here on how this goes. Otherwise, you won't get full credit. Then the limit ends up being √3 minus 1 over 7. You could see the answer to the limit just by looking at this. You can look at it and you can see the answer. You see it's infinity minus infinity over infinity. That's not L'Hopital's form. You could separate it out and have two limits and use L'Hopital's, but it's not in L'Hopital's form right now, okay? So be very careful with that stuff. You don't want to lose points for stupid notation and incorrect understanding of formulas. So, for example, to use L'Hopital's rule, I've got this first limit here I did, and did I put it in here? Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I evaluate it, I get infinity over infinity. That's in L'Hopital's rule form, okay? So we can go ahead and we can use that. And now I then take the derivatives, and I put an H with the equal sign, which tells the professor I took the derivatives. Then after I do that, again, I repeat. I again show again that it is still in indeterminate form. Then I repeat with the H and take the limits. Then I can finalize the question. -2 over infinity goes to 0. Your answer is 0, okay? You got to be very careful with notations, very careful with the process. The professor, this is an English paper. Math is an English language. It's just condensed. If you're not doing proper punctuation and notations correctly on exams, you're not going to get full credit. You don't just scribble out and get the answer. That's not the point of these courses. So be very careful, be meticulous, be neat, be legible, all right? That's all I got. If you want to hire me, you can scan here. If you want to download my cheat sheet with all those formulas, you can scan here. All right, thank you. Have a great semester.